rings, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Lions. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
He's brought down at the 31.
From the 31, Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The Vikings send out their punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Down the throw here, complete on the right sideline. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw one every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Vikings, nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. He finds a man with a crossing route. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, It's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On 1st down, Watson. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Watson looks to throw again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. At the 13.
On the carry, it's Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. junior. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That drive a long way, spanning 15 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Brings up second
and 9 now.
At the 26-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Here's Jack Fox now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that makes it 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run here with Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Complete to
that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Ball carrier.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where He actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. To throw again on second down. Watson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a first down throw. Watson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Complete. Jefferson the target. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Aaron Rodgers has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Teams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He was brought down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Watson. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. And that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Motion fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Prater on to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And their own 23-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run. Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 41, Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Santos now to add the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's polished off by the Vikings score. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
James Lynch on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7. First down, Lions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. T.J. Hawkinson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The pass.
DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
A 38-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
27, Vikings 24.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
26-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On first down, it's Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Throwing again is Watson. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
they'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
First downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Swift. A gain of 13 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down.
Here's Swift. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
DeAndre Swift.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yard pickup. First down, Lions.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good. Makes the score Lions 30. Vikings 24.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big, happy grins around them. They'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real, though. What practice have you put in since the OTAs, the mini camps, preseason camp, sequence of plays, get the ball to the outside, get it out of bounds, save your timeouts, move the ball downfield to get your team in position to win the game.
And a field goal, of course, no good. They need a score. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Deshaun Watson.
Trey Flowers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now he's brought down after a very nice gain. Watson operating from the gun.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble and hit second down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back to throw. And there will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Now the point after try for Santos. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Santos now to add the PAT. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Lions 30.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a late touchdown to the ever-critical PAT as it is now a one-point game here in the dying embers of what has been a sensational game. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Their own 30-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.